Man, that is such good music.
That is very good music.
Hello, everybody. It's your favorite Friday afternoon broadcast, Rachelle and Mel, and we're recapping the week. I'm the Mel of the Rachelle and Mel. But for the Rachelle, Dr. Rachelle, also a Zumba instructor, how are you doing this week?
I'm tired because I've been doing Zumba all week. Actually, no, that's totally not true. But I did carve out an hour the other night for some serious Beat Saber, and I couldn't stop.
Ooh,
I
what's
had
Beat Saber?
on the Oculus Quest. So
Oh,
you have, it's like you're in Star Wars. You have like the lightsabers and the music plays, and you can pick, there's some that come with it. And then, I mean, you have to pay for Beat Saber. So it's like $30 to get it downloaded onto your Oculus Quest. And so some of the songs and the backgrounds are, included. But then there are some groups, some of my favorites like Imagine Dragons, Lady Gaga, Panic at the Disco, and you can buy individual songs. So like in the end of my first book, in other words, I had like 5 like theme songs I really liked. And one was High Hopes and Whatever It Takes.
songs. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. So it plays, and then
Did you know that was one of my
I
favorites?
didn't, but now I do. So it's like you have the headset on, and the music plays, and there's the colors and the arrows coming at you, and they're like blue and red, and sometimes there's different ones, and you have to hit them, and there's a white arrow on it, and and the music's playing, so it goes to the beat, but it has 5 different levels. So like easy, hard, difficult. I mean, easy something, difficult, expert plus. And I tried expert. I'm like, I can do this. That was just a mess. But I mean, you're like back and forth.
When you were
It's
trying
awesome.
to do it?
No, but I did need like a tall glass of water after, because it was quite the workout, let me tell you, because you're like ducking under because things are flying at you. It's really cool. So who needs a gym when you got your Oculus Quest Beat Saber?
Hey, who needs a gym when you got your watch? I need somebody to compete with me on the watch, because I've been bad the last couple of weeks, and I need somebody to challenge me, and I do good for a challenge.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And I like to dance. I don't know that I could do this expert thing, especially today, since I've been day drinking for an hour now. But okay, if you're joining us, enough of that nonsense. If you're joining us, let us know how you're doing. How was your week? What is your week like? Are you testing this week? Are you graduating your seniors this week? Tell us what you're doing. We want to know. Right, Rachelle? Do we want to know?
We do want to know. I would love to know. And for some people, this might be like almost your last week of school, because some schools, depending on where you're located, end the year a lot earlier. I'm not in one of those schools. We still have a month, but yeah, would love to know.
I want to be the end of the school year, because I'm sick of teaching my kids and I'm sick of fighting with them. So I'm like, let's get our last learning artifacts. Let's get those grades published, and let's be done with this school year. I'm so sick of it.
Yep.
I'm struggling hardcore.
But
yes, let us know if you're watching, even if you have nothing good to say. We don't care. Just let us know you're watching. We would love to know. Do you have any shout outs?
Do I have any shout outs? Let me think here. I'm going to shout out Greg Fagby for just having had me on his podcast. And that was fun. And also because when I first got onto Twitter, we were talking about the book, Things I Wish ... New. And he was like, what's a takeaway from it? And, what would you share? Hey, Mom. I said the one word, like after I put it all together, was like the word connect, because that I said, you can rarely get me to pick one thing, one word, one of anything. I said, but the word connect means so much, because had I not gotten onto social media, into Twitter, I never would have fallen into the chat of teachers in Tennessee that were like, what part of Tennessee are you from? Like, I'm from Pittsburgh. And then I got to meet them at ISTE Philly in 2015, face to face. And so from that point on, just building that network, and then the learning, well, you know how it happens. Like you build those connections, and then with students, and then when you get stories put into your book. So just had a really good conversation with Greg, and it brought back all the memories of like, wow, I've known you for 7 years at this point.
7 years.
Yep.
Whit's not even 7 years old.
I see.
How your kitties, remember how your kitties, like, they get in today? I have a little kid sneaking through here.
I see that. Yeah. Well, there will be no guest appearances by any cats unless they develop the ability to reach up and turn the doorknob. And I'm not ruling that out. Out. So it could happen. But so that's one shout out is
and
Greg.
got you on Twitter, or he was your first in real life meet from Twitter?
He was one of the first ones. Yeah. Like he, Katrina, Julie Daniel Davis, and I'm trying to think who else there was. Yeah, in Philly, and then even like Rodney Turner too, and Tish Richmond. It was like the first time. Nathan Stevens was another one. I remember just running around because it had like the pre-ISTE and seeing. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's you. You know, we've been friends for a year, and then here you are in person, and it was just the best experience ever. That and learning how to use a selfie stick was.
Oh no, he's gonna start crying.
No, wait, don't cry.
You can keep talking. You could please keep talking.
Oh, okay. So, what do you want me to talk about? You want me to tell you about my day? Tell you about my crazy day? So, it's winding down the end of the school year, right? So, and as a Spanish teacher, we have different things. The students are always asking, "Are we going to have a party? Are we going to do this?" And the French class always gets to eat, and all of they always get to go on field trips, you know. And it's been tough because there haven't been a lot of opportunities to get our students outside of the schools in the past 2 years, and this year has been a little bit better, but it's been difficult. We did go see the immersive Frida Kahlo in
Mm.
Pittsburgh a couple weeks ago. So last week, my one Spanish class, my Spanish 2 class, bought me a Frida Kahlo shirt for Teacher Appreciation Week. And they're the same ones that I've told you that I talked about that love spaces, that are always like, are we doing spaces today? We use some spaces today. So yesterday and today, actually, I took them outside because we use Flipgrid. And I've used Flipgrid for like 5 years because there's a school in Argentina that we've connected with, myself and the teacher and their students, and my students in there just make the videos. And now they're back in school. And so I'm like, let's just go outside and do these videos. So then today, it was another nice day. So we're working on clothing, and I said, grab a pencil, and I grabbed highlighters, and I had bought some lollipops, and I'm like, we're going on a field trip. They're like, finally, like we're just going outside in front of the school. So we did the word search, and then I had them do a fashion show on the sidewalk in front of the school. So they each had to like stand there, and then somebody had to describe in Spanish what they were wearing. And, you know, they were kind of like, some of them were strutting around, and then we just took turns doing that. But it was, I don't know, it was just nice to get outside. And I mean, the fresh air was great, you know, the environment, the weather, but just having that time to do something that was a little bit different. And so I guess my point in telling you that is, one, it was a lot of fun, but then the rest of the day, all my classes were like, I heard we're going outside today. I'm like, no, that was just Spanish too. But yesterday I did take my STEAM course outside. We were flying the drone, and the drone almost had some, you know, landing on the roof and landing in trees and stuff like that. But I think at this time of year, it's tough because standardized tests and just finals, and there's so many activities that everybody's just really tired. So I'm just going to say that the best advice I can give is mix it up a little bit. I mean, even if it's allowed, do something like buy some ice cream sandwiches, check for allergies first. But I bought ice cream sandwiches, and you would think that I gave them each $1 million. It was like it was just $3 for a box of ice cream sandwich. Like, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Even the
all
ice
right.
pops, you know,
Yep.
like, yeah.
Just fun little things. I mean, to lighten it up a little bit, because they came in today and they had a test, and I could just see on their faces. And I had the lesson plan for like stuff in the book in the classroom, but I also had those word searches. I'm like, last minute decision. We're going outside. Let's just head on out, grab the lollipops, and go. So
I
that's
forgot
all
to
I've
put this
got.
up.
So
Friday
that
the
was the
13th.
Friday the 13th fun.
That was Friday the 13th fun. I had the wrong heading up the whole time.
I was giving
Oh,
shout outs. My students, they were great.
oh
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
I didn't even tell you the funniest part. So I'll tell you the funniest part. So, and then I'm going to put my listening lips on. So I have 2 Spanish 2 classes, and they're both tons of fun. They're great kids. They, you know, everything we do, but they're very different in some ways. So the first class goes out, does all of that. The second class went out, and I don't know what made me say this, but the one student, he was just saying the words like he would find it in the word search. And I said, you know what will be really fun? And they're like, what? I go, if we do like word search bingo. They're like, what's that? I go, I'm just making it up. I said, whenever you find a word, thank you, Abby. I said, whenever you find a word in the word search, you have to yell it out. So the one, he's a senior, he's like, Los guantes, and he's screaming outside the school in Spanish. So they were all doing that. And it was so funny. And they're like, is there really any benefit to this? I said, well, yeah, because you see the word, you're finding the word, and you're shouting the word, and everybody's hearing the word. So all of that repetition. But it was just so funny to hear random like mix of Spanish words. So even things like that, and that probably fit in very nicely with Friday the 13th fun. So now I'm quiet. And over to you, Mel.
No, that's good. I love it. It's so much fun. I want to be in your class. And I want to drink my strawberry daiquiri while they're eating their ice cream sandwiches. So, yes. If I could I want to do a couple of shout outs if you're okay.
Yeah.
I don't have any Friday the 13th fun. I want to, so this, I think this, Wednesday, I'm going to have Matthew Curtis. He's been on our show. He is in our PLN. He's going to be on my book chat. And you tuned into my book chat this last Wednesday. Guys, I had so much fun. If you know any romance authors, send them my way. I just want to keep reading their books and talking with them. They're amazing. And another shout out. Oh my gosh, my library is growing for books that every child can see themselves in. I'm so proud. My friend Kashama, she is a publisher. She publishes these books, Sandcastle Books. Anyway, that'll come up later this May. Those are my shout outs. And just, you're incredible. I love you. I don't have any fun stories. Abby, thanks for watching. Marianne, you're amazing. If it weren't for Marianne, who would we even talk to?
I know. I know.
And more for Friday. Does Marianne have any Friday the 13th fun stories?
I don't know.
Did it feel like Friday the 13th to you today?
Me?
Yeah.
No, but I asked my 8th graders when they came in, I said, you know what today is? And they're like, Friday the 13th. I went, well, yeah, it's Friday the 13th. And then I said, do you have superstitions about that or anything? And then I said, that's not what I was going for, because today was the day of AI. And that was the focus for at least part of the class. But we did. My mom was too busy today. Too busy. She's very active. Yeah. You're muted, Mel.
I'm not. I need to be more busy. Is what I need.
Yeah, you're busy enough.
Whit's trying to get out of here. He can't, like, I don't know. He's like can't. I'm gonna go out for just a second and let him out so he can go watch TV or something. I'll be right back.
Okay, so I'm going to do. So you legit leave me by myself. Okay, so if anybody, whoever's watching, I would love to know how your week went, what plans you have for the weekend. I am going to give a shout out to Mel because on Monday night I'm going to go back to shout outs here. Monday night for Formative Chat, because we won't be on Monday. Formative Chat, Mel is the guest moderator along with Spaces, and we're going to be talking about reflection. And it's always a fun chat to join into at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And we will make sure that we post about that in the Thrive and EDU community and on Twitter. You'll see it a lot, but we hope that you join in into the chat on Monday.
Thank you for that. And you know what? Some breaking news.
Mm.
I just created a Facebook community for Spaces.
Did you?
Yes, and so that's coming. That's coming.
Nice.
It's almost time to invite people.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be such a great community. Like it's already a great community, but we're just going to change platforms. We're going to come over to this platform, make it a little bit easier. I'm so excited about that.
Yay.
And I was thinking this goes along with the formative chat, because sometimes the one thing I don't like about Twitter chats is the limits that we have. It's like sometimes we can only say the very superficial things because that's all the characters were allowed, right?
Right.
So I was thinking, like, if I started inviting people into the community, like post a question every day and just let people talk on that and create a really good discussion, then post the next question the next day. You know what I mean? So we could have some chats in there too.
Yeah. No, I think that sounds good.
Yeah. So I'm glad that you asked me, and I should do it like once a month or once every 9 months or something.
Sounds good. I think you're onto something.
Maybe. Do you know what game we're going to play? We didn't even talk about what game we're going to play.
I thought we were kind of playing a game, like randomly have Rachelle just be on the screen by herself and ad lib.
No,
improv or whatever.
I couldn't get up from where I am because then you would see my body, and that just feels weird. Like, I don't want you to see my body. I just dress for this.
Dress for this.
Okay. Yeah, like what you can't see is a good thing, is all I'm saying.
Oh my. You're too much.
Yeah, but do you have a like we could do would you rather, two truths and a lie? I think two truths and a lie is really fun because it lets you lie and
It
you don't have
does, but, like, I'm quite limited. I struggle at that. Like, we need to have other people come on and do and join us, and
come
make it a
on
little
if
more
you want to
interesting.
join us. Yes. Marianne, your mom always makes really good lies up too.
I know, she's fantastic at it. You're fantastic at it, although I can
She
always tell
plays
which one's the lie because
right.
some
I
of
don't
them
know
are,
that she
like,
lies
super
well.
long.
Yeah, she plays the game. She plays the game. Every game that we have, she knocks it out of the ballpark is what I meant.
Oh my gosh, she does. So I don't know, we've played a lot of interesting games, and I don't know if the one I don't wanna play is the acronym game. I'm just gonna throw that one out right
No,
there
I think we should
because
definitely play that. We should play like
no,
we should do all of them. You
all
know
of
what I mean?
them?
Like a sample. Like you can give me the acronym this time and I'll be put on the spot. And we can do two truths and a lie. Like we can just do it like a sample game night right now.
Sample, just like a book tasting, but of games.
Yeah. Like if you want to give me an acronym, I and anybody can play along with us who's watching. At least, the one person that's watching us right now.
There's more than one person watching right
How do
now.
you even know?
I just have a feeling because, like, on Twitter and on LinkedIn and different places, yeah,
No one's
people tell me. So
saying,
maybe they just because we just didn't ask a question, like we could do random questions like, "What are you binge watching on Netflix right now?
yeah.
What's the book that you're reading right now? If you're reading a book."
That's a great question. Are you asking me?
I am asking you. Yes, I'm
Okay,
asking you
so
right now.
I have nobody's watching on Twitter. I just looked. T- People on Twitter, where are you? I My husband got me two Duke romance books and I
Oh,
read The Duke Goes Down last weekend and it was great. And so this next one is like the Duke, it's a rake. He's a rake. Do
okay.
you know what a rake is? Have you ever heard about a rake?
No.
It's what they call like arrogant playboys back in the day.
Oh,
He's rakish. And so he's also a duke. And so my
fascinating.
husband knows my tastes. I either do you know my romance book tastes?
I've seen some of them. Yes.
so if you so I either like cowboy romances or I like dukes. So
Oh
Mac
my
picked out
goodness.
ridiculous dupes one, or like the romance book I read and Loveless. I can't wait for the next one from Sarah Grunder Ruiz. This
Mhm.
book was great. It was way more than a romance book. It was a really good, just a really good story
Yeah.
with with some kissing in it. So yeah,
Oh,
but
well,
it didn't get too hot and heavy. It didn't.
tho those
Some
are
kiss.
those are not the books I'm reading. I'm currently reading, the UDL book by Caitlin Tucker and Katie
Oh,
Novak,
how
and,
smart you are.
and I had a chance to talk with Katie and see Dr. Sarah this morning for a little bit, and
Oh,
Lainey and some other friends, and Catlin was there
why was I
very
not
briefly. I don't know why you were not there, but I'm never able to be there, but I was there for like a quick 5 minutes when my students were coming into class, and right before that, I'm like just saying hi, and then I had to quickly say bye to that. But okay, so I asked you about books. Netflix.
there? Okay, so I watched Carrie. What's Carrie's last name? She's the doodler, and she just came out with a book, and I
Oh,
love
Carrie.
her. What?
You mean like the real Carrie, like that does doodle in a chat?
Yeah, but when you said her last name, it went
Bauckham.
Botham.
Baughchum.
Bhcum. I know how to spell it. I just don't know how to say it. I hate butchering it, but I
Yeah.
love her so much, and I've got to like participate. Not like I'm watching, like I'm tuning into her doodle and chats.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of weeks ago, she had Jed Dearyberry. Oh, I
Yeah.
probably said his last name wrong too.
No, you're
She
right.
had him on. It was so funny, and they suggested Dairy Girls,
Oh, I haven't heard of that one.
Derry, and it's like the English and Irish. Remember in the '90s when all the they're pretty much a civil
Mhm.
war was going on. I remember watching that on Channel 1 in middle school, but anyway, yeah, so but it's funny. It's dark and it's funny, but it's more funny than dark. Oh, I don't know. I guess it depends on who you ask.
Yeah. Huh. I'll have to check into that. I finished, Ozark.
Oh my gosh. Who died? I
Love
just know all the
I'm
spoilers.
not I'm not nope, I'm not saying this. I'm
Can you
not
tell
saying a
me
word.
after this is over? I
I'll
wanna know all the spoilers because I don't wanna watch it.
No, watch it. It's so good.
I
I
already
will not
tried
tell
to
you.
watch it. I already tried. I can't do it, and I don't wanna do it, but I kinda wanna know. I don't mind
No,
spoilers.
you
I
need to
like
watch it.
spoilers.
But
Saves me
now
the
I oh, but now I'm back to Blacklist because I hadn't watched that in a
mm,
while.
me
And,
neither. What
and what was
season?
the other one? I think I'm on season 6 because that's Blacklist was the first show that I started to watch when I watched
Me
Netflix in
too!
November. I mean,
Not
I,
really.
I watched it from the very beginning
Uh-huh.
and when it was on TV back in the day when I used to watch TV, and then I stopped watching TV, and then I'd never seen Netflix. But then in November, or maybe it was October,
This
I went
year.
and I visited my parents in
Yeah,
2020, and
and
I'm
I
like,
told you
I
to get a
guess,
life, and you
yeah,
took me
you told me to
seriously.
get a life, and because The Office was on, and I never watched The Office either. People were like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, I don't have any, just like Ted
She
Lasso."
doesn't live for you people, she lives for herself.
I have to say that Weston
Doesn't.
Kuchnick is like, I told him, I'm like, I'm sorry. I have to admit, because in his book, that his new book that's out, I was able to read it ahead of time. And so I gave him some feedback, and I was laughing because like the references to Ted Lasso. And so I told him, I said, oh, I don't totally get this because I've never
He's
seen
on
it.
Apple.
Yeah. So he gave me this challenge. He's like, family and friends, I expect you to start watching Ted Lasso.
Yes.
And then I'm like, it's on Apple, but I don't have that. So
Did you get it?
no, not yet, because I'm on
It's worth
Netflix.
it. I can't
Yeah.
wait for Ted Lasso to come back out. That's actually one of the gooder. That's one of the gooder
The
shows
gooder
on the
ones? Okay.
mhm.
I like
And
the
then
gooder ones.
there's another good one on there. It's with Jennifer Aniston and what's her face? I don't know, it's good.
I don't know.
Blonde
Yeah.
girl. She's a lawyer in one of her movies in pink.
Mm.
Dumb blonde? No.
Oh,
What is
oh, Legally Blonde?
Legally
Oh,
Blonde.
Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon. I love Reese Witherspoon. It's
Yeah, me
only
too.
because I'm having a memory crisis right now that I can't name. But Reese
It's
Witherspoon is
okay.
amazing, and she's hysterical. I guess it gets
Yeah.
a little dark too. I like the dark comedies. Okay, are you ready to play some games?
I am, but I did have one more shout out
Oh
I
my god,
forgot
give me
about.
a shout out.
Okay, so here's my shout out, and I'm going to drop a link too into the comments. So I'm giving a shout out to uh, Everfi
Ooh,
because Everfi did this series on my book, True Story Lessons That One Kid Taught Us. And so they had, I did a video about the book and what it's about and how it came together and the story behind it. And then Dr. Harvey and Melissa Hayes and Dr. Joy
oh,
recorded their own videos to share. And so the video, the link that I just dropped in there is what they compiled. And I haven't been able to watch it yet. So they put it together and it just was published today on their YouTube channel to share the story behind True Story. So like I said, I haven't watched it yet. I have it queued up to watch. And then the day was just so busy with, things outside and lollipops and crosswords and all
oh,
kind of good things on Friday the 13th. But I wanted to say thank you to them and thank you to Linnell and Michael and Melissa for sharing stories in it. And I hope that people will watch it and
yeah.
enjoy hearing about the stories that they shared within the book because they are very inspiring and personal. And yeah.
That's awesome. I like that. I think you just made a new thing too. Life isn't all um, lollipops and ice cream sandwiches. Awesome.
Something
Okay.
like that. All
Okay.
right.
Are you ready to play Would You Rather?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Um, would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
I feel like I've asked the same question before at some point.
I probably, oh, I'm terrible. Maybe I don't
No.
remember.
What was the first option? 10 minutes?
10 minutes into the future or 150 minutes into the future? 150 years.
150 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
think it
mean,
would be,
I can wait the 10 minutes. Just like it's just 10 minutes. But based on what the technology is right now and all the things that we're seeing changing in the world, I would love to see what, you know, what things are going to look like artificial intelligence and the NFTs and the cryptocurrency and all those things. Like, is that still going to be around? Are we going to be using, phones and the Apple watches, or are we going to have like, we're just going to like tap our forehead and make a phone call? I mean,
Oh, or our wrist. Hi.
like, yeah.
Hi, how are you doing today? It's great to see you.
Or just like telepathically think like we're having a conversation, I mean, I just think that's cool. But if I'm waiting for something like, I'm going to find out in 10 minutes if I'm the winner of $1 million, I would like to see in 10 minutes
Do you
because
know
I
every
like to know.
single question I'm about to ask?
No, or do
Because
I? Because maybe I know 10 minutes in the future.
I'm wondering, because one of my questions is, would you rather have telekinesis, the ability to move things with your mind, or telepathy, the ability to read minds?
Yeah, I'd want the move things because that sure would help with the cleaning. I'd be like,
Agree. And
I
children
like in
or cat.
Bewitched, right? Like going back to the TV show Bewitched, I would be all about that. The kitchen, everything would be clean. Yep,
Yeah.
totally.
I would use that to make myself exercise.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Okay, and then another question that you just kind of thought of, and I thought maybe you're reading these already. Would you rather find true love today or win the lottery next year?
Now I can't answer that question.
I can.
Okay, well, I'll let you answer that question. I'll let Marianne answer that question.
Oh, I got a drink, but thanks. My husband, I was gonna say my true love. My true love. I already got true love, so I'll
I
go for the
know.
lottery
Go for the
next.
lottery. That's right. See, there you go.
So cool. Okay, next question. Awkward. Okay, the next question would be, oh, this is a really awkward question, and I
Okay,
love.
don't ask it then.
No, it's really awkward.
Well, then
Would
don't ask
you
it then.
would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for a decade?
Oh my gosh, those are terrible questions.
I
I don't
know.
even want to I don't even want to process that.
You don't even want to entertain that one.
And I know, and it's funny because I know, like, if we had a guest on here, like, I could see somebody saying, like, well, what kind of jail? Like, is it like a high level kind of, comfort? How big is the cell? Like, I could see somebody really analyzing this question. But like the coma thing, I mean, in jail, you can interact with people and talk and eat and read and learn and all of
Probably
that.
have
So
romance,
I
everything.
just, I would like to know who put that question together because there's not like at least a time question, 10 minutes, 150 years, right? True love or money? Because people would say, like, would you rather have love? Would you rather have money? But
Money.
jail and coma, I don't see. I don't see the connection. I mean, I could see like be in jail for 10 years or stranded on a deserted
Just 5
island.
years. Just 5 years.
Oh, it's just 5 years? Oh,
Just
like
5
that's easy
years.
peasy. Just 5 years. But I could see 5 years in jail or like 3 years stranded on, like on an island like Tom Hanks with a volleyball named Wilson. You just would have a different, I
I
don't
would
know.
do jail for 5 years.
Yeah. I think you would survive because you're tough. And you'd entertain. You would
Listen, I would
entertain.
just
You would be
survive.
like, you would
I
be
would
like,
have fun.
you would be
Okay?
like Johnny Cash, right? You would be singing like Johnny Cash did if you saw the movie, and you'd be up there singing, and people would be like, "Oh my gosh, where is she?" And then you'd be entertaining. You'd have games of Would You Rather, this or that.
I
You would
would get
do
out
book
on good
chats.
behavior in 2 years, I think.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Probably I would lift some weights and get really ripped. I think jail might be good for me, actually.
Oh my gosh. I don't think it would be. I don't think that like we would be able to get you on StreamYard through. I think that's not allowed. Like, I don't know. You might need like a year or two with like good behavior or something to do that. If anybody, whoever's doing it, when you join in, you watch this later, you're gonna be like, this is really an interesting conversation. It is, after all, Friday the 13th.
What would
And
I go to
so,
jail for is what I wanna know.
um,
Money laundering. Money laundering, I think, is
I
probably.
thought of something funny, but then it wasn't
What did
funny.
you
But
think
money
of?
laundering is better. Oh, but my mom said,
She knows me. She really knows
good
me.
behavior will be out of the
I think
question.
Marianne would come and visit me.
She would. She would. She might even bake you a cake with something for you to like get out of jail.
Send me some books is all I'm saying. But you were gonna say, why do you think what was the fun way why I was gonna go to jail? Sure.
My mom said, sure, yeah. now I forget because when you said money laundering, I thought that was a good idea.
Why did I say money laundering? What was because I've been watching Breaking Bad.
Oh, I thought you were watching Good Girls. That was
Oh,
another one of
no,
my
Dairy
favorites.
Girls, but they're not good girls.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but I've
That
heard
is
about that.
fantastic. You gotta put that one on your list. Like that's a
I
really good
will.
one.
I will. That would be would you rather go to jail for money laundering or rather, I was just gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it because you would get mad at me.
Yeah, my
Um,
eyes would pop out.
yes. Would you rather lose your sight or your memories?
Oh, goodness.
These
These are like
are
what
like dark.
happened to fun? I would not wanna lose my memories. I would not I mean, I wouldn't wanna lose my sight either, just to throw that out there, but I also would not want to
Right?
lose my memories because, like, there are a lot of memories.
Right. Memories, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is a good one. Would you rather buy 10 things you don't need every time you go shopping or always forget the one thing that you need when you go to the store?
Yeah, that's like hashtag my reality right there. Every time you go into Target, like, I just need one thing, and then, like, all of a sudden you have a cart full of stuff.
But not
Um,
the one thing.
yeah, I really don't like when I forget the thing. I don't mind so much when I forget the thing and I'm at the checkout because then I just run back and get that thing, but when you get home
Mhm.
and the worst is when it's the thing like, the one thing that you went there for specifically and you forget it.
That's my life.
Yeah, so, I'm not a huge fan of that. But I would rather buy 10 things that I don't really need because I'd find a way to use them or I don't know.
Yeah. What would it be? Would the 10 things like, when I buy things I don't need, it's usually clothes.
Oh, yeah, well, I have a lot of that, but I fall for things like, especially like at Target, like the cute notepads or stuff, which I have a gazillion notepads and notebooks or
You're really
like,
into paper.
oh, plastic cups and things. I have a gazillion cups, but it's because something's bright colored and pretty. Socks. I always buy
Oh,
the
yeah.
funny socks at Target because they have those and t-shirts. I do buy a lot of the t-shirts and
Mm,
things. So they stack up. I have quite a lot of those types of things, but
yeah.
it's all right.
This just made me think of another question for you,
Okay.
but I think I know what the answer is. Would you rather team up with Wonder Woman or Captain Marvel?
Hmm. I wonder.
I don't wonder at all. It would be
I don't
Wonder
know.
Woman.
What gave you that idea? Like the
Oh, I love it.
yeah,
Do you
did you see what I did this, my Wonder
Yeah,
Woman?
I need to get some jewelry. I like Wonder Woman. I don't look like her like you'd look like her, but I like her. I like the concept of her.
Yeah.
Even
Mom
your
says
mom.
Wonder Woman. Oh yeah,
Wonder
yeah.
Woman are Weight Watchers, but listen, Weight Watchers was on the list.
Wonder Woman. Yeah. See,
Okay,
that makes sense.
we have another game. You wanna play it really quick?
Okay. At
All
least
right,
we're
Mary Ann.
hopefully we're entertained. Oh no, this one, like,
Yeah, this
you know what
one.
I'm gonna do? Like, legitimately, I'm gonna Google two truths and a lie. I'm gonna Google lies just so I have a poll from because it's hard.
She just bought
Uh,
a Wheatie.
I think Wonder Woman tea.
Okay, I didn't understand. Maybe
Yeah, because
okay,
the
so
W and the E right next to each other. I've done that before too.
no.
Yeah.
I have a Wonder Woman tee as well, and I think that we should all find ourselves in the same location and wear them and take pictures.
We
Okay.
should, but I don't have one, so I'll just go like this or something.
You don't have a Wonder Woman t-shirt?
Mm-mm.
You should have put that as your 2 truths and a lie. Are you lying right now?
No,
Well, see, that could have been your
I
lie
have.
or your
Yeah.
truth.
Okay.
Are we gonna do this?
Sure, we can do this.
You want me to go first?
Absolutely.
Okay. Marianne, I hope that you'll join us. I would love to hear your story as well. All right, so here's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Um, so unfortunately, I owe the library here $50 because my kids check out books and we lose them all over the place. You should see my office. It is a slash classroom. Like the only person that can keep, books around here is me. That library has said that if I don't pay it by tomorrow, that my license with them is gone. And what do we call it? A library card. And I don't want to lose my library card. So tonight I am going to haul ass and find all those books because because I want my library license. Okay. Another thing about me you should know is that I love all things Apple. You know, I love my phone. I love my Mac. I think that everything else is just junk, and I would do everything I could on Apple. And if you ever pressed me for a present, I would say, if it's Apple, you should probably buy it for me. Except if it's an apple that you would actually eat, I would say,
Mm.
don't get that for me because unless it's dipped in caramel,
Hmm.
and I would eat that. And the last thing that you should know about me is that um, I was very, very, very shy growing up. And, it was hard for me to sing in front of people. It was hard for me to make friends. You know, I
Mhm.
know it's hard to believe, but it's true. And
Yeah.
that's my things.
I'm going that your lie is the library card because that was the longest story about a library card that I've ever heard in my entire life. There was so much detail to it that I was like, did I miss that she went into the second potential lie or truth? Or is this still the same story about a
It's
library card?
true.
That's true.
No, it's a lie.
See, you
It
led
mostly
with a
is a lie.
lie.
It's mostly a lie. I am about to lose my library card license because I haven't used it since the pandemic, and they're like,
Oh my
"Hey,
gosh.
your library card is gonna be trash if you don't come to the library."
Okay.
Hey, hi, how are you? You just in time. Rachelle is gonna tell us some stories.
That's what we think. That's what you think. I don't even have a clue of what to.
Maybe
Let's see
Marianne
here.
will. Isn't it crazy that we're 37 minutes in, we didn't even know what we were gonna talk about when we first started, and
I
here,
know. I know.
look at us. We started lying way earlier.
Yeah. So let me think here. Okay. So three things, whether or not they're true or not, about me. One would be that I was an extra in a movie with Matt Damon.
I feel like you always talk about this,
Uh, I was,
so it has to be true.
well, I don't know. I'm doing them in different kind of order
Oh,
things.
different order today.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I am an excellent roller skater and would do like speed skating and, I could often compete if I wanted to. Could do jumps and all kind of tricks, roller skates, mind
Now
you.
you still can?
I'm just saying that these are things, my qualifications. And then finally, I have a degree from Harvard. Um, I went to Harvard and took a course, and I have, I can say like I went to Harvard and I have completed a program through Harvard University. So,
Well, you actually did really good this time because I'm pretty sure that you did actually, in fact, I feel like you talk about being in a movie with Matt Damon every single time. Because I feel jealous of that because I love Matt Damon. And I feel like that jealousy is not anything new. Like, I
yeah.
feel that sense of same jealousy, Matt Damon, like, I'm pretty sure that is the truth.
Okay.
I feel like you probably really do roller skate well, like, that is not far-fetched, and I'm gonna put that on your nameplate as well. Zumba instructor
yeah.
um, and roller skater. And I don't know, I feel like the Harvard, it could be a possibility. It's not so far-fetched, which makes it a really good lie. But
Mhm.
first you said that you completed a degree there, and then you said you completed a course, and that
Mm.
just put some red flags up.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, was it the Matt Damon thing or was it I'm like, no, because I remember feeling jealous about Matt Damon before. Um, because Matt Damon really is he's really an amazing person.
Yeah.
And so in all ways. So I'm gonna say,
Mhm.
and also because I know that you twirled batons and they were probably on fire. So there's a lot of things that you can do physically that maybe people don't know.
yeah.
So I'm gonna say
Yeah.
the Harvard is a lie.
Okay, so fun fact, the cat figured out how to open the door. Just gonna throw
I'm
that
not
out there.
surprised.
Like, it's just
I'm not surprised.
I saw the door open. I'm like, well, that's interesting. So I did something out of the ordinary on that one.
You
I
changed up the Matt Damon lie.
No, I used fractions in my two truths and a lie. I did three statements, but I did two of them that were half lies to equal the one.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I did. I
But
was.
now it changes the game.
I know, and and you know why? Because I realized that when I started to say the third thing, I'm like, these are all actually kind of true. So I just made up the rules, and
So you
so
did take a course at Harvard,
so I
but
did go to Harvard,
you
and I
didn't get a
did.
degree there.
It wasn't a degree, but it was a certificate for completing like a micro course, and I was way out of my league. With There was superintendents, there were
I doubt it.
schools.
They were out of their league.
No, I mean, like I was sitting in a cohort and it was a ton of work to do, but there were schools there where like the dropout rate where it was like 80% and so forth, and how it
Oh,
staggered. I mean,
you
just
eat that
like,
for breakfast. You
oh
eat
my
8.
gosh, not when I went. That was like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I think at this point. So that was true. It's not a degree, it's just a certificate. Oh, my mom gave something.
Oh,
The roller skating is true. Like I did do all those things. I just didn't. It wasn't like I really entered competitions for it. I was really good at it. I haven't roller skated in a long time. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have the same exact
it's
results. And
scary.
I did. I
As an
was
adult
in.
in our,
Yeah,
in our 40s and stuff, it like past our 40, like it's
yeah,
scary. Like we
yeah.
should not
And,
be roller
and the Matt
skating.
Damon thing is true. I mean, I didn't have a big. I mean, you could see me like in one scene in the movie The Promised Land, but so let's look at my mom's. What she
Right. And
said.
Jennifer says I should be doing Amber Heard commentary. And I just want you to know, Jennifer, number one, thanks for watching. And number two, that I think the Amber Heard commentary is hysterical. Like I do watch it sometimes. So Maryam, the first day of first grade, the teacher said, you can go home for lunch since the school was in a small town, but I lived in the country and walked a mile home. In high school, I was a cheerleader. I can speak Hungarian. Wow. She really described that first one. And then she went right into the second. In high school,
I
I was
know.
a cheerleader. I can speak Hungarian. Well, Rachelle.
I know which one it is. All I'm going to say is like mother, like daughter.
So she's got half truths in there.
No, not in that sense.
I feel like she, I don't even know.
Think of something that you just said about me and compare it to the things that my mom said.
I think she can speak Hungarian. I bet she
Okay.
can. And I wouldn't put it past her that she was a cheerleader. Or maybe that's a half truth. Maybe she baton twirled like you did. But I feel like I've heard the story of the first grade teacher and walking home. So
Well, she's going to have to type in which one is that. Well, you guess which one, and then she can
I
type it
think
in.
yeah, go ahead, Marianne, tell us, because Rochelle's not going to say anything. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining. Was I close, Rachelle?
I like your analytical reasoning.
Can she speak Hungarian? You're so you could end the frustration, but you won't.
I know, but it's that weight, you know.
Uh-huh. It's dramatic. So Mary, oh, here it comes. Oh, I was right.
That's why I said like mother, like daughter. My mom was a majorette as well.
Boom. Boom.
Yep.
I am so good at this game.
You
Thanks,
are
Marianne.
brilliant. Yep. Brilliant.
This is funny. Well, thank you everybody for joining. We hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thanks for tuning in, and hugs, virtual hugs to everyone. Take care of your eyebrows. Be young, all the good stuff.
Yeah. Take care of your eyebrows.
Do you have any last words to share before we say goodbye?
Well, you took mine because I was by mom. I was gonna say take care of your eyebrows as well, but I could say take care of your teeth, but I won't do that. Take care of yourself over the weekend. Get some rest, and don't forget about Monday night's formative chat with Mel. And I'll be there too because I'm the host, and Mel's there with spaces with some great questions there may or may not be prizes involved. You never know. Like, you
There's
just have to show up to
prizes.
find out. Have to show up to find out. And
There's
we'll be
prizes.
back next week on Friday, and you just got to wait to see what we come up with next.
It probably won't be surprising. Everybody.